Welcome to Nuggets of Gold, where today I am celebrating, and I think you should too. In our last nugget, when I was talking about cancel culture and Texas masks and Dr. Seuss isms, I tried to teach you a 3-step dance from the scripture that was, let's be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Instead of blowing each other up and blowing each other off when we have disagreements, we need to treat our relationships more carefully. And in the popular culture, the last couple days, we have a success story of this. Not that I think that the two guys involved watched my nugget, but I am excited that in the public's view, we have this story. So an NBA basketball player by the name of Myers Leonard was recorded saying some harmful, hurtful, anti-Semitic words while he was playing a video game. So this has blown up on him a little bit, and his team has put him on leave. And into the midst of this, today steps a football player, NFL player, Julian Edelman, who is Jewish. So he gets the anti-Semitic remarks more than I might or you might. And Julian Edelman writes a letter to Myers Leonard that he posts on social media, and it says two primary things. Number one, it says, what you said was genuinely hurtful and destructive. And the second thing he said is, the next time I come down to Miami, which is quite often, I would love to spend some time with you, make you a Jewish meal, and enjoy time together. I'd like to spend time on this relationship, answering questions, asking questions. And I think that's fantastic. In our culture, I think that is beautiful. That's exactly what we need. We have too much canceling, too much complaining, and this is a success story. It is when I disagree with you or when I've been hurt by you, I want to invite you in, and let's take the time to see if we can understand each other. Even if you have hurt me, that's what Julian Edelman is doing here. I am hurt by your remarks. I want to come to you. I want to build relationship up. So that is a fantastic success. That's not even my nugget for today. Let's do a quick lightning round and see what we get. Just real quick, stick with me. Let's see, I think we already did this one. Is that familiar? Yep, that's familiar. Let's go to the next card. We have two houses here with hearts inside, and here is the verse, Leviticus 19:18. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. Well, there's God's kindness and God's sense of humor. I already told you a story about people practicing this. Julian Edelman treating Myers Leonard as he would want to be treated, with respect and relationship, even in the midst of hurt. Let me read it again. Leviticus 19:18. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. This is God's command. This is God's command for human flourishing. Anytime God commands anything in the Bible, whether it is a do command or a don't command, God is commanding what will bring about flourishing on earth, flourishing in relationships, flourishing in mental health, flourishing in the family. And here is a command. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. I was just talking to a friend the other night about how hard it is for us to be patient with others, but we often want others to be patient with us. We're very quick to understand how much grace we need, and we're often not as quick to understand the grace that others might need. Now, Julian Edelman is an example of this kind of grace. You have hurt me, Myers Leonard. You have said things that are derogatory about my people group. So I want to come to you. I want to make you a meal. I want to break bread and have conversation in order to care for one another. Love your neighbor as yourself. Do you give other people, have you recently been giving other people the kind of grace, the kind of opportunity for second chances that you give to yourself? Have you been seeking to lift others up or make others comfortable the way that you seek to often encourage yourself or make yourself comfortable? You shall love your neighbor as you love yourself. Have you been thinking about your actual physical neighbors lately? We're coming out of winter here in Minnesota, crossing paths with some of my neighbors out on walks now that there's not ice-covered roads. Are you thinking about how can I love my neighbor, my physical neighbor, as myself? But let's just end with this thought that we've already said. How can I give grace and patience and favor to others the way that I desire grace and patience and favor from others? That will take us a long way, give us plenty to do, and plenty of flourishing to grow with the help of God. We'll see you next time.